Hi there. Well, I'm going to show you another flood match here game here. This is from a couple of nights ago, and this is a really nice one. Once again, what goes on basically is, I believe, is that we end up slugging it out all the way up through overtime and then timing out more or less. And I don't know if I ever actually make it to the core. I suppose somebody has to, but you know, for me, yeah, the game is really about, you know, enabling others. I do a lot of that in my life. Enabling others. I feel like that's my mission. I'm an enabler. Yep.
Attack the floodgate.
There's a lot of things going on in this game, if I can remember them. I don't remember supporting the prime at the beginning. Maybe I wasn't paying attention, but my memory isn't what it used to be, I suppose. This is a really nice capture here. I managed to actually block for this guy for once. Not that I was entirely trying to do that, but it worked out really well anyway. And ended up coming back this way and waste. This is the kind of thing you really don't want to do. I mean, first I'm chasing after this guy when there's really more important things to do. Then I have this crazy idea that I'm going to capture his vehicle. Finally I realize, you know, I need to quit screwing around and take that damn thing out before he kills me and then gets back into it and starts wreaking havoc around our core. So killed his nemesis and made a decent attempt to take him out, but it doesn't really matter. He's not going to last long on foot around there. And thought I better defend the flood, but we capped it, so I ran back the other way and thought I'd grab the orb, but other people are on the job with that too, and I'm not going to steal their taxi from them when I don't have the orb. So I'm going to go back here on foot and either hang around Prime or the flood. Yeah, now that I think about it, I remember we hardly controlled the map at all here. We did just barely manage to hold on to our Prime for at least most of the match, but that's really about it. We didn't hold center very much, and right now we don't even have our prime, which is a bad thing. But you know, this is why you have to watch the map. You know, it's really important. You know, you're not out here just to kill whoever's around at random. You know, you need to look at the map and decide where you need to get to. And right now, this is where I need to be. There's 55 seconds on the flood, so it's not as critical. But now we've got our node up to speed here, and it's time to look for another opportunity. Like I could go either way here. I'm kind of dithering. I figure if someone comes in with an orb, maybe I could take them down with the Averill, or I could stand here and snipe. But now the flood's down to 26 seconds, and I really need to make a decision and go somewhere. And it's I had the idea, I jump here, land on top of the node and kill it with the flak from above, because that's a relatively safe place, but completely failed to land on top of the node. It's a nice thing to do if you can. And so yeah, this is a very weak start. We're gonna end up taking a lot of damage on the core here.
Attack the floodgate node.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. It's not hard to do. All you gotta do is get up on that lift and land right on top of the node, and you can flail away at it with your flak cannon, or if you're dumb, you can sit on top of it with the orb, which is probably not a really good place for that because you're a good target up there. If you're holding the orb, you know, you're naturally going to draw attention to yourself. But if you're just sitting up there with a flak cannon shooting straight down, that's not such a bad thing. The only thing is that when it comes down to it, when there's people shooting at me and the pressure's on, I tend to miss. I tend to land under the node, which is where the stealth vendor is, and then he just crushes me. Well, not much has changed. We're still struggling to hold on to our prime and struggling to keep from losing points off the flood. And I really have to wonder how we did manage to win this, because it really doesn't look like we're doing. There's a nice kill. It really doesn't look like we're doing all that well. And we're basically, well, now we've got the center, so that's a good thing. But they've still got the flood, and they're getting ready to start the timer on it. I'm going to do a taxi here. And I'm going to try to get him over to the enemy prime. This is not the best possible route. I think I went this way. First I seen that EMP mine up there, and I was kind of worried that it might be a red EMP mine, but it was actually ours. And then it's just not a good decision. I really should have went the other way. But I kind of feel like I redeemed myself a little bit here because I did hang around and we did at least take down the node for a few seconds. We did have a chance there where we could have captured it, and we're definitely putting some pressure on red. Because now we have the flood and we got center, and we had center for a couple seconds. I hate that.
Attack the center node.
We do have flood though. I think we're going to hold on to it this time and get 20 points, and it's probably because of the flood that we did win this.
Defend the prime.
Now there goes our prime. You know.
That was nasty.
Yeah, at this point he'd better hold the flood because we're in trouble. You know, if he's not moving away from the flood, then we definitely need to take our prime back. You know, there's some people in here that really, you know, religiously believe in holding that flood and winning the game with that, and I hate that. I hate that. I just don't like that approach.
I've got the orb.
But you know, realistically, I have to concede. Yeah, you can do it. I mean, yeah, you can win these matches by holding the flood all the time. But you know, I've said this a lot of times. If you're gonna try to win the match by holding the flood, you got to be able to hold at least your prime. If you can't hold your prime, you can hold the flood. They can knock your core down a lot faster than you can hold that flood. You got to hold that flood 5 times if you're gonna sacrifice the map and try to win with the flood. They can knock out your core in about a minute.
I have the orb.
They got a lock on your prime, yeah. But you know, when there's a walker covering the approach to the enemy prime, when there's a walker covering the approach to the enemy prime, you'd have to be a fool to try to get over there on foot. Although I have managed it, but it's not a real good idea. I see a lot of other people trying to do it on a regular basis, and they rarely succeed. You know, because he's just going to kill you, and then he's usually got people on foot helping him out too. I think we might get 20, maybe. No, you got to be careful when you're jumping around trying to hold the prime, because if you get up in the air, you lose contact with the node, and if there's an enemy orb around, he might capture right in that moment. That's what happened there, or else they capped as soon as I died.
Enemy orb carrier down.
But I didn't see much else to do. I mean, I didn't feel lucky about. Yeah, that walker is still there. This is another indication that there's a problem with your team. Is when the enemy walker stands over there for most of the match and nobody gets around to killing him. Of course, I'm not doing a whole lot. Well, here I'm going to make an attempt, but I'm just dithering here. You know, I need to be moving. I'm just looking around and trying to decide what to do. I'm thinking, gee, maybe the nuke will spawn. No, it's not going to spawn. Our prime's going to go down while I'm sitting here. Okay, well I did take down the walker anyway. And there's the enemy orb. I'm thinking maybe I could snipe somebody picking up the orb. No, I need to quit screwing around and do something about center. But our prime's going to go down. See, I just spent too much time hanging around there, just thinking about my options. Oh, I've got so many options, you know. Well, quit thinking about them and take one of them. That's the main thing. Here we go. What did we do here? We could have gone either way here. We could have tried to hold the hold the flood. Actually, it probably would have been better if we had, because we didn't last long enough to do anything else. I let go of that link a little bit too soon. I just barely made it back into here, and with 30 points, I'm just going to cap. I don't want to try to hold it for any length of time.
floodgate
And
node.
yeah, for once I realized I don't really have enough hit points to run the orb again, so I'm just gonna stay here and spend my 30 points holding the prime. No, we still haven't got 20 points off. We're gonna do it at least once. We're gonna get 20 points off that flood at least one time in this match. But yeah, as of right now, once again, it looks fairly amazing that we did manage to win this. It's down to 9 minutes, and Red's ahead. We got 87, they got 100. Red's got most of the map. You know, you have to wonder. Probably some people came in, I suppose. Red's got most of the map. You know, you have to wonder. Probably some people came in, I suppose. I'm just racing back and forth between Flood and Prime, which is what you tend to do when you're on a weak team here. Is that you tend to kind of float between Flood and the Prime. You know, just going back to the one that looks most critical at the moment. Right now we've got the node loitering around the prime, and there's a shield there.
Attack the floodgate node.
But then the flood has a good 40 seconds on it, and somebody just came in and took out that orb. So, oh no, this is not good.
Defend the floodgate node.
Now we're in trouble. And all I can think of is, where is that red orb? Oh, there he is. He's up on the walkway, and there's somebody standing over it, and I'm not going to let that happen. I'm like, no. You know what happens when you try to stand over the orb? Somebody walks up and takes it from me. I'm just gonna kill the bastard.
Attack the center node.
So we got a few seconds before Red can get their orb back together, so I'm gonna use that to go back here and try to hold this flood. See if we can hold that for 35 seconds and maybe get ourselves 20 points that way. I don't know how likely that is. Well, maybe we do have an orb. Yeah, orb is here now. We got 22 seconds. Maybe if we're, okay. Here's the red orb making his play, and he's down almost immediately. And now I'm going to stand over it. Somebody's going to walk up and suicide on it while I'm standing there. Yeah, that's nice. Well, I've had enough of this. There's 2 seconds. We're going to get our 20 points. Wonderful. So I'm gonna switch gears here and try to get over and do something. There's a camper waiting for the nuke there, and here, yeah, this is why you want to take a moment and make sure you're clear of the force field before you fire a rocket. Because if you're right there at the border of the force field, you're gonna die immediately as soon as you shoot that thing. There's that camper. Let me see if I can get him. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what you do with a nuke camper. I just have to announce to the world. I was so proud of that. I'm gonna try to capture this hamster. Look at this oh my god, why do they do that? That was a perfectly good vehicle. I was getting ready to get into it and he shot it. It was empty. Why? Why? There's no sense in it. Okay, I'm gonna blow this shot completely. I could have got him too, but that's okay. There's other people looking out for him. At this point, it's starting to look a little better. We're 7 points ahead. I think I'm probably about to get killed by a spider here. Yeah, there's a nuke up, but I'm not going to get it. And there's no ride here for me to go get it because that one's locked because there's EMP mines and spiders. There's a red shade. There's that red shade. But I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about that nuke. Who's got the nuke? I'm going to grab the sniper rifle, take a look. It's still there. Nobody's grabbed it yet. If I had a vehicle, I'd go get it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for somebody to come get it. Like that guy right there. That's native vision. That's what you do with. That's what you do with that nuke. Oh, I'm going to miss the second guy. I'm pretty sure he got it. And native there's cursing me a little bit. But now, once again, I'm worried. You know, I'm pretty sure somebody on red has that nuke, but where is he? Well, he never materializes, so, you know, obviously he died before he could use it, so that works for me. This guy's going to lure me out in the open where the Dark Walker can take me out, but I figured I had to come get him, because he's probably the guy with the nuke. I know somebody's got it. Probably he did have it, and probably the Nemesis took him out, so it never showed up, so that's good enough. And now we've capped.
Attack the floodgate
Let me
node.
see if I can live long enough to put a few points on the core. I think I may actually get there. Me and a few other people. Yeah, we're putting points on it. 77, 75, down to 65, down to about 60.
Attack the floodgate
Ah,
node.
59. That's not bad. It's looking better now.
5 minutes remain.
That might be as good as we do. Well, we do still have their prime. But I'm not going to get there in time this way. They're going to cap before I get there.
Defend.
Yeah, there they go.
Red core is secure.
I have to find another way, something else to do, and there's not much else this vehicle is really good for. Well, you can kill a few people with it. You can try to take down the prime before the center goes down.
Defend the center.
No, that's not going to work either, is it? I did miss him, but I got his buddy. And I'm going to head off to the center and probably catch an Averill right about, yeah, there. Okay.
Grab the Redeemer.
That hamster ball, you know, yeah, it's a cute little vehicle, but one Averill and you're out of there. Yeah, they might get another 20 points here, maybe. Just about. Yep, there we go.
Red core is heavily damaged.
That's
Red
decent.
core is
I
critical.
believe Red's
Red
probably
core
got
flooded.
themselves another nuke, though. That's not good. I'm going to warn the team about that. There's a red Deemer incoming. It's always good to warn the team when you're pretty sure what's going to happen next. And don't forget to get under cover when the red Deemer goes off, so that you can be on the spot to do something about the aftermath. So yeah, once again, it's back to business as usual. We're just barely holding on to our prime. Meanwhile, the orb is lurking around the flood, which is probably about as good a place for him as any. The red orb is trying to make a play for our prime, which is pretty much what you'd expect. Where is he? We're waiting for him, but no, he's down. Good. That means we got a shot. That means I'm going to run back over here. There's an EMP mine here, but I'm not going to sit here trying to wear that out. I want to get over to the flood. There's a time and place for everything, and this is not it. Okay, we got him, so now we've recovered the orb before they could kill it, so we might actually get our 20 points maybe. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Red core
And now I'm going to take this orb.
core flooded.
I'm not going to try to recap that flood node. I wanted to take it back to prime, but yeah, somebody took it away from me. Oh well. I'll just go there myself. I'm valuable without the orb. Sure I am.
I've got the orb.
I'd be more valuable with it. But nonetheless, something has to be done here because as you can see, things are not looking real good. We're still just barely holding on to our prime. There is now about 25 seconds on the red flood, which is not good. We'll probably lose another 20 points there. 17, 16, 15, 14. There's that shield again. You got to be careful when you're firing around that. 7, 6, 5. We're gonna lose 20 points here for sure. There's a nuke up too also. 1. Yep, that's it. That's probably about as good as Red's gonna do. Let's see if I can keep this this stealth bender alive for. No, he's down too. Yeah.
I have the orb.
It's looking a little desperate. I mean, we're well ahead, and there's only about a minute and a half left, so we got a pretty good shot here. But now there's our prime down, and now there's 37 seconds left on a red flood. So yeah, not looking good. They just capped our prime. We might lose a couple of points here if we don't get on the stick and take the prime down. Oh, good. We took the flood down. That's good. So at least we're not going to lose 20 points there. Now we got our prime back. Yeah, we can win this. We gotta hang on. We just gotta hang on to our prime and the flood mainly. That'll be enough. If we can take the center too, that would be nice, but we don't really have to. It's
Attack the floodgate node.
that's a calculation because you know the cores are gonna tick down at different rates depending on how much of the map you got.
The floodgate node.
I have the orb.
I think I got killed here because somebody got in the way when I shot, or, well, maybe not. Probably somebody just got me. 36 seconds left on the flood. Need to take that out. No, I'm not getting another shot with the rifle.
9, 8, 7,
There's that red stealth bender, but once again, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time going after him because there's better things to do. Oh, he managed to cap the flood. The red orb was a little slow.
I've got the orb.
He stepped out of bounds.
grab the Redeemer.
Oh god, I wish I could. Just slow with the sniper rifle. If I'd been a little bit quicker to get that out, I would have got him down. But once again, somebody else got him down, and I need to. Yeah, I know. I was real quick to switch to grenades right there because, yeah, that's what happens. There's always somebody ready to jump right in front of you just as you release those rockets, and then you die because you hit him with the rocket and you die from your own splash damage. Fellow players have no consideration whatsoever. Okay, we're going to try to capture the enemy prime, but I believe the center is going to go down, or is it? We got a chance here. We might cap. I was going to go after the core, but I don't think we're going to cap. No, he's down. Kill a few people here, but this is almost it. Yeah, we got it. We got it made. I just got to make one more suicide, and that's it. Okay. Nice match. Have a good evening.